Back to another flat, boring top chop market. Welcome, guys. Oh, let's get ready to get going here. Hello. What's up, friends? What's up, everybody? Goober, Circus, Garani Trades. What's up, third? Yep. First, second, third, fourth. What's up, guys? What's up, Denny? Yo. Yeah, dude, man, North Carolina's great, man. It's gorgeous countryside out there. My uncle's house is like all like, it's just like wooded and just like, it's like a little slice of heaven out there. It's nice. But I think NQ does from here, I honestly think it's going to sell off. I have no desire to long it or short it. I think it's just going to revert to mean, not like sell off, like die, but just like drop and just stay lower. Let's just move on to dead cat bounce. And we saw a little bit of selling pressure come out of nowhere here, but we might see a little bit more by the end of the day. All right, we're working on, right now I'm working with my development team to get the dynamic calculations, the overnights that we do to automate in the platform. This is super exciting. So I've been talking with them just a little bit ago about this. But yeah, I do feel like maybe just kind of pull back a little bit and sell. What do you guys feel like? It feels like it's trying to sell because resilience is taking a little bit of a dip dive here. Am I doing giveaway? I usually would probably do a giveaway. If we get like 500 plus people here today, I'll do another giveaway. Was last time you went fishing? Dude, it's been a long time. I'm talking like very long time. I used to fish so much though, a long time ago. When I was a kid, I grew up fishing all the time. But you guys for all the love today. Bum, 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 Oh, I'll use something really quick. But the market is just not moving today anywhere. If anything happens, it'll take place at the end of the day. What I think NQ does from here is probably hold for a while, and then probably at the end of the day, I do think we don't crash or just like anything bad, but I do think we do reset somewhere lower. Did you hear about the Diddy verdict? Somebody mentioned it on chat. Did he get off the hook? Or found guilty? Found guilty of 2 counts. Ooh, but found not guilty on racketeering, conspiracy, and trafficking. Oh, guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. What the heck, did he? How do you think that's going to affect the market, though? How's the market going to respond? Really impressed with my typing speed. I do have a very, very quick typing speed. Like, it's been a while since I tested it, but I type pretty darn quick. Let's see if I can do a typing speed test. 1 minute typing test. Let's do it. It's been a while. I probably could type a lot faster if I was on coffee. Let me see if I can do a typing test. Oh. Oh. Oops. Damn it, I'm nervous. Jesus Christ. The mic is on the way here. I keep bumping with my hand. I have a lot of typos. How'd I do? 65 words a minute with 93 accuracy is horrible. Accuracy is terrible. Terrible. I type I type pretty fast. Apparently a lot of typos though. Damn. Yeah, no, the mic, like the mic is right here. So like when I type, the mic has like an arm right in the middle, so I can't like this arm is like coming in at an angle here, so that's like my normal layout. LOL. Try typing monkey better. Lots and lots of typos from that angle, but what type of giveaway? I'll probably do some free prop account giveaways. Yeah. You took your boy fishing last 2 days. He was catching bass and loving it. Pond fishing. Oh, dude, so much fun. That was what I did when I was a kid. Just we used to go to this place in Texas called Chain of Lakes. I don't even know if it's still a thing, but it was like about an hour out of Houston. There was a dozen lakes, and these lakes all had fish in them and crocodiles and all kind of stuff. We go out there and we just go stand on the side and bass fish. Country club time for Diddy. Is he getting like celebrity jail like the... Why did I get off coffee? Mostly because of blood pressure and to try to like not rely on drugs anymore to live my life. I try to start like more like clean living. So I've been drinking tea now. Yo, there was a time in my life like 2 or 3 years ago when I built Rocket Scooter where I'd wake up, chug an energy drink after taking an Adderall, and then I'd sip on coffee throughout the day. How I didn't die from that, I don't even know. But the recipe, like if I take a sip of coffee right now, I'm wired like a freaking crackhead. But imagine slamming it. I must have had enough caffeine to like give an elephant a stroke. I mean, it was that bad. Energy drink is bad enough on its own. On top of meth, you know, that's, you know, once my blood pressure was going through the roof, my doctors were like, you got to cut some things out. I'm like, all right. Adderall and coffee together, dude. I would get like, I'd be sitting here after I'd stream and I would be like working on developing the software and developing the platform and just like working with the development team, and I'd be done. I'd just be like super like sweaty and my pits were sweating from all that caffeine. So now I have like no tolerance to caffeine. I'll take a sip of coffee and I'll just be wired like crazy. Strawberry, basil, or black chickpeas. Okay. So when your wife is pregnant, you quit coffee to like lower your tolerance. That way coffee was like cocaine by the time your kid was born and you actually needed it. That's so funny. But I just started like getting off of stimulants because I used to be so stimulant heavy. Like I was like, I couldn't function without like that caffeine every day. It was like I had to crank up every day. And I know that's extremely unhealthy. Energy drinks are toxic enough to begin with. But yeah, I got hospitalized a couple times a couple years back. I went to the hospital with my blood pressure was like 220 to 240 at times. I was hospitalized. I had to go in there and get them to like check it out, and they got me on meds. It was through the roof. Like the doctors were like surprised I was still alive. You sent a 4th of July graphic yesterday? I didn't check Discord yet. Damn, I got a lot of messages to catch up on. Who sent Ibrahim? What is your Discord name? Hold on. Oh, here it is. Bro, I didn't even see that you gave me this. Wow, okay. That's better than my crappy. I love it. No, I didn't even see this. Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to use that. Wow, that's better than mine. I really appreciate that, bud. Okay, save image as. Really appreciate that, man. All right, let's add that one instead of my crappy one. I really appreciate when you guys do stuff like this for me. That's really, really, really nice. All right. Thanks, buddy. That's so much nicer. Look at this. That's incredibly nice. Wow. Thank you, bud. That's really nice. Let's put that right down in here. I could put it up here as well. That'll cover up the rocket, though. I'll put it right there. Thank you, Ibrahim. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, he's just tired of the stream looking like crap. He's like, you know what? Matt's being lazy and I want to take care of him because the stream looks horrible with that thing blocking the bottom right of the screen. Thank you, man. That is very clean. Very, very, very nice. Even with the flag on there. And also Rocket Scooter, $1,500 off lifetime, which is our big deal that we do. And we do that. We only used to do that on Black Friday, but like recently we had so many people join our community and get our software in the last couple months. It's crazy how big we've gotten. Like crazy. And you know, there is like this, ever since we switched to the marketplace, somebody told me, they were like, I remember seeing somebody, was some goofy troll on social media, was like, you guys are botting, like you're slow. Somebody said you're slowly buying bots, so you can get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's how you're growing on your YouTube. I'm like, no, man, because if you look at my Stripe, my subscriber growth is fucking exponential as well. I'm not buying bots to buy my own software either. So there's your proof that it's real. That's just from Stripe. We've gotten so, this is like in the last 2 months, we've gained like many, again, we switched to the marketplace here. And then now we have this is the marketplace Stripe, but we've just gone straight up in community size. So yeah, I'm not buying bots to buy my own product. Yeah. We've gained like maybe, I don't know, 300 or 400 new subscribers in the last 6 weeks alone. So it's a genuine viral explosion that we're going through. It is crazy what's going on over here at our Rock Studio headquarters, of like just what we're able to do now with all you people joining up and supporting us and all the extra revenue. We're hiring new people and we're moving things faster to make more stuff even faster. It's really kind of cool. Subscriber growth looks like a short squeeze. Yeah. But I thought that was kind of funny when somebody said that. There's a bunch of goofballs on social media, but no, I mean, it's a very simple formula. Oh my God, there are people that are such idiots. Somebody just posted, I don't know who needs to hear this, but yes, market makers are hunting your stops, especially if placed in a sim environment. I don't know if that person's just trolling to be funny, but that's some kind of influencer saying that. No, market makers aren't hunting your stop. You're an absolute idiot if you think that. Market makers don't know your stop is there. Number one, that's local to your platform. Nobody knows it's there. Number two is market makers are providing liquidity, not trying to squeeze traders. You're just a bad fucking trader. That's why your stop gets swept. These people are goofy. No, there's no such thing. Market makers are not out there trying to hunt your stop. You're not losing trades because you got squeezed by market maker. You're losing trades because you suck. That's it. That's literally it. Don't make an excuse. You put your trade in a bad place. Some market makers are trying to provide liquidity. They're just matching orders. They're not doing anything other than buying and selling to the other side of the market. That's really the case. They're providing, market maker's job is to put an order on the bid, put an order on the ask at the same time, and then they're filled by random participants in the market. They will drop where they put their bid based on an overwhelming amount of selling pressure. They'll raise where they put their ask based on an overwhelming amount of buying pressure. They're just quoting with limit orders. They're not doing anything. There's multiple market makers padding the bid and ask. Just because one market maker wants to drop their bid, it doesn't force price lower. There's dozens of other people's there in the bid and ask. There's no magic market maker out there sweeping liquidity and all. I hear all kinds of goofy explanations of this market. I have friends that used to be market makers. Like, these people laugh at what retail has like concocted as an explanation of what's going on. It's goofiest stuff out there. Therefore, I'm a bad freaking trader. Yeah, like the market, your stop just got swept because you got in a really weird spot. Nobody out there was like, I'm going to push the market down and trade your stops. There's no one person that can do that. The market ebbs and flows on an algorithm that's tracking the underlying. The S&P futures and Nasdaq futures are tracking the underlying index. There's an algorithm that's pricing the bid and ask according to that, but market makers line up behind that. And the algorithm is tracking the underlying and watching order flow at the same time. If the order flow is abnormally to one side, the algorithm will drop the price to account for that. And market makers are supplying liquidity around where the central algo is tracking the underlying asset. The futures industry is all like that. These futures prices tick up and down to match the underlying spot price. This is the normal thing. That's the one algo that's out there, but it's neutral. It's not designed to sweep anybody. It's designed to track the index it's tracking, or the wheat or the corn or the pork bellies or the orange juice or whatever that it's tracking. That's it. There's no mechanism in the stock market or futures market designed to squeeze a lot of people out. It's designed to find liquidity. Let's feel some goofiest theories out there. Your stop is on the order book. Absolutely not on the order book. Your stop is never on the order book, by the way. Even a stop limit doesn't appear on the order book until the stop is triggered. So a stop loss is known by nobody, not even your broker. They may have a program where they may have the ability to allow anything going on in their platform to be sent to the broker, but at the broker level, it stops. They're not allowed to share your personal data outward if they disclose you if they did. If I put a stop loss right here, it is just here. If the stop loss is triggered, it fires a market order. That's the only time anyone else knows that that's there, is the moment it triggers. Yeah. And I don't know if this person was actually trolling. Maybe they're just trolling to make fun of people, but it's saying especially in a sim environment. I'm like, wait, what? That's got to be an obvious troll. Hunting your stops, especially if placed in a sim environment. This is the dumbest thing in the world. Market makers have no visibility onto your trading platform. Everything you do here is local. Put a stop, put 10 stops, 20 stops. Nobody knows that. The only person that can even possibly know that would be your broker. And I don't think your broker is going to take that information and what are they doing? Packaging it up and selling it to market makers in real time. I have friends that own brokerages. Nobody does anything like that. That's silly. It's all because of the ICT crowd. Yeah, they come up with all kind of explanations about the market. I have friends that are market makers, and they just laugh at the goofy stuff people say. They're like, we didn't do any of that for a living. Market makers, secret algorithm. Like, yeah, we don't even use charts. We don't sit there and stare at charts. It's all algorithmic. Reads order flow, directs order flow. We find buyers and markets come in. We find sellers and buyers come in. We find buyers and sellers come in. We're just matching orders best we can. It's just supply and demand. And I'm like, that sounds like what a market maker should do. Yeah, like, we don't sit there and stare at charts and candles. Like, that's goofy. And they laugh. That's it. You missed drama? No drama. Somebody just made a tweet that said, I don't know who needs to hear this, but yes, in capital letters, market makers are hunting your stops, especially if placed in a sim environment. I've never heard such stupidity packed into a single sentence before. And some people put a camera on themselves and teach this to cult-like people that'll gobble up anything they say. Your stop loss is a stop order, so it would be on the R. What is R? What do you mean? Your stop loss is going to be on the platform side. Stop loss is not part of level 2. A stop loss market order is just something in your platform that says if price triggers below that, send a market order. But if I place a stop here, it's not going to be on the level 2. It's not an actual order. A stop is an anti-order. It's an exit order. The only thing on the level 2 are people willing to buy or people willing to sell. That's it. That is it. These are all limit orders. That's all that appears there. A limit order, yes, will appear on the book. A stop loss is a trigger that will send a market order, which will never appear on the book. The market order doesn't appear on the book either. It's a market order. A stop limit order, when you break through the stop level, it submits a limit order, and then the limit order gets appearing on the book the moment it's triggered. But that's about it. I think that comment was a joke. I feel like it's sarcasm. Yeah. I think it's making fun of people that think that. So I'd be very, very sad if somebody was actually really saying that. Hopefully it's sarcasm. If you're long, your stop loss is a sell stop loss that would be on the book. That's absolutely not on the book. Absolutely not on the book. Go learn how the market works. A stop loss does not appear on the order book at all. Ever. Never, never. It's nothing. It's not there at all. A stop market order is not on the level 2 book at all. There's no level 2. There's no secret level 3. There's nothing. But yeah, this was really crazy. Yeah, this is what our subscribers look like. Ever since we switched to the marketplace in summer of 2024, we've just been on an uptrend. This is new subscribers. I hid how many there are, but they're There are many. There's over 10,000 users of our platform, and it's in an uptrend. I mean, we're going through like viral growth. It's insane how big we're growing. This is from Stripe. That's legit. I mean, I know stop loss doesn't appear. You can Google it. But yeah. Stop loss will not appear. And this is just AI from Google. Say the same thing. But yeah. Standard stop loss order, because it's a market order, is not directly displayed on level 2 market data. Level 2 data is order book or market depth, shows open, buy, and sell limit orders from various market participants at various price levels. But that's all that it is limit orders. Yeah. They can't see it. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. So you guys are absolutely right. It's like when you get slippage, yeah, it's totally how it works. Yeah, and you said that's true. That's why you get slippage with buy stops on breakouts, along because the market. Yeah, Sturdy. That's exactly right, dude. You nailed it, brother. Like, that's why you get the slippage, is because once it triggers, it fires the market order. So like, it's kind of crazy how they don't teach this stuff as good as they should. But right, you're absolutely right, bro. This is how you get a slippage from that. Because if I have like say that I'm long the market, and I have a stop loss at here, right, to sell if I pass through it. And if market falls through here, right when it passes through there, then it says fire a market order. So it's like an automatic button that just pushes sell, and it sends that order all the way to the exchange, and the market makers fill it wherever they want. And price could have fallen like a couple more ticks before it finally gets filled, because it has to go as a market order. So it's like, the minute it's passing through the level, then the level goes submit an order, then your platform goes, okay, sell. And then the sell order migrates its way to Wall Street, and Wall Street takes it and sells it. And by that time, market have fallen like 3 or 4 more points. So yeah, that's why you get slippage when you do it. Yeah. You nailed it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, but the resting stop order won't actually be visible to anybody. At most, maybe your broker could snoop into everyone's platforms as his bulk data, take statistics of like, okay, or take the data set of like, aha, everybody's long and short here. But what would your broker do with that data? They're not even market makers. There's, conspiracy theorists out there that say your broker collects that data and then secretly sells it to market makers. I think that'd be highly illegal if that wasn't disclosed to you, that your personal banking data information is sold to other banks. I think there'd be some legalities there. So to dispel a lot of the ICT community's theorists that say that your stop orders are swept or your data is sold by your broker, the only person that could know is your broker. I don't even think they know or care to know. And if they did, that data doesn't go anywhere anyways. Your broker's not market making against you. So, but yeah. Bum, 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 bum. But now a stop limit order, when a stop is triggered, what happens when a stop limit order happens is that the difference between a stop market and a stop limit is that a stop market, just what they call stop loss, will actually send a market order, and then it just gets filled at the market maker's mercy. A stop limit order is when you trigger the level, then you submit a limit order to the book, and then it doesn't necessarily get filled until you pass that level or hit that level. So a stop limit, the stop trigger isn't sent to the books, but the limit order is when it's fired off as a limit order. So all you'll ever see on the level 2 is just going to be the limit orders that are resting. But I hope to say that the person that posted this thing was just being sarcastic, because they said, especially if placed in the sim environment, that's got to be obvious. Maybe I took the bait there. The more that I read it, I think he's just being sarcastic, making fun of the people that say that. Because in a stop environment, I mean, in a sim environment, that's even, nobody's looking at sim data feeds. There's no real order flow in the sim world at all that anybody's paying attention to. It's just paper trading. So what's your opinion then using stop orders to enter the market? Yeah, I don't use, for me personally, I like to buy when candles are red and falling to a level, and I like to sell when candles are green. So if I'm trying to buy as market's falling, the time delay it takes for my order to get filled, I can actually get in a little bit lower sometimes. So I use market orders because I'm not chasing a green to long, and I'm not chasing a red to short. I'm usually longing on red and selling on green. And because of that, I'm longing into the flow, which when the order gets filled, I even get a better fill by not using a limit order on occasion. like I might get a tick or two faster. But in reality, in day trading, it's more about speed rather than accuracy. I've always used market orders. Yeah, I probably took the bait on that one. I was like, bro, you can't be serious. But you'd be surprised if some people believe that kind of stuff. Mind running through a quick overflow of new Market Scooter Pro user. How should we set up your platform? Well, everything should be automated, Nevitz. Like everything that you load up should be there. Resilience should load up. Liquidity map should be there automatically. What I do is I usually will have a futures chart on the left and equities chart on the right so I can watch them side by side. When the market opens, I will take my liquidity map like in SPY and translate the levels to futures as an exercise. Now, right now, we're going through this really big project where we're automating, converting everything to futures. So in about a week or two, you probably won't even need to have the equities chart open at all, just unless you need a reference. Everything should be on the futures chart going forward. Where would I take a long? I wouldn't. If I were to take a long, it would be exactly on this red line right here. Yeah. So my opinion on the ICT strategy, I don't know enough about it to have an opinion on it. I know a lot of people that have gotten $1 million payouts with Apex use ICT strategies. That's what I do know. But I don't think that's the reason they did well. I think they did well because they just are good traders. I don't think there's anything magical about a trading strategy that lets people make a lot of money. I think in general, the risk management of the trader is where the winning comes from. But it's really good about like momentum analysis using candles. It's pretty good at that. Right now, Nasdaq is just kind of frozen on a dead cat bounce from some of the major tech stocks. We saw some rotation this morning. And if you were to ask me what I think we should do from here, I'm doing absolutely nothing from here but watching the stay on market just chill. And I made $600 today. I'm actually okay with it. I was longing out the door just like I have been last couple weeks. But from here, if the market does dip, I got a great entry to buy somewhere maybe tomorrow. But I'm not trying to take a stab at it from here. Sturdy Gentleman says this has changed your whole psychology on order flow. Thanks for something small detail. Yeah, no problem, man. A lot of times you're going to experience that kind of behaviors because your platform is communicating through your internet, through a channel, to an exchange that then says, hey, there's an order. And then the exchange says, okay, here's the market maker. Or maybe somebody takes that order flow and it goes to like a Citadel and they route it somewhere. Your order goes through a whole twisted path before it gets filled, right? There's always like a little bit of delays and the processing of your order. Now it all happens in milliseconds, but there's like so many steps. Your order just doesn't, there's just not like another person on the other side, like some other bear when you're a bull saying, yeah, I'll take your order. I got you. I mean, in best case scenario, a bull and bear find each other. But for the most part, your order goes from you hit the market and it goes from bank to bank to bank to bank to bank to bank to bank. And then it hits a trader maybe seconds later, maybe weeks later. Sometimes the banks grab your order and they're in the order trade against you. They can't find a seller and you're the only buyer. Markets are crashing and everybody's selling. The banks are grabbing the orders and maybe selling them to each other, but then mostly holding the bag as we're selling it. There's a big, like, convoluted electronic process where orders are just going like left and right and left and right. What's up, 80? Very late in Japan right now. We're very microscopic, very much so, as Dave is saying. Dave Max, American Dream Chasers. What is that? Every time we see you guys have cool, like, titles, I always want to check out your channel and see what it is you do. What is the American Dream Chasers? Oh, you don't have any videos. I like your name, though. It's a cool name. The sturdy gentleman. Long tomorrow might probably, at least in the Dow. Yeah, I think tomorrow is be a good time to grab along. What I just feel like, the way that I feel that today, by the end of the market day, I absolutely do feel that we will probably end up down in here somewhere and just close like inside of this range. I don't think we continue to rally off of this. I think that we just resettle liquidity. Like, people are taking a little bit of profit here. And I think a lot of people are kind of like nervous about the non-farms, but I don't think it's going to sell off, because I really don't think that we're bearish. But what I do think is that the market might actually like shake out some of these longs. Like it's going to try to go for highs and then end up down in here. And then do this, and then do this, and then kind of like stabilize maybe in here. And maybe lead up into that. That's just me. I'm not betting on it. I'm just guessing, and I don't know anything. So when I don't know, I don't trade. Ooh. Am I taking a trade today? Yeah, I took a trade right at the open. I traded for the first 10 minutes and I was done. I made 600 bucks and I didn't do anything else. Basically, I longed out the door for gap fill and closed out. And then when I saw resilience starting to pull back closer to zero, I just didn't do anything. And then I was too distracted to jump in on the trade where I could have. I was busy talking and chatting with people and I just kind of missed out and I decided I wasn't going to take it. So right here, when we were at half gap on SPY, appropriately, I should have longed from there, but I was just distracted. I didn't see it. As we hit the half gap there, sometimes I just miss the trade because I'm just being like distracted, but I should have taken the long there. This is a textbook long. And like I said, I'm having an off day today, so I missed it. But half gap, right? Positive res is textbook longing to fill the gap at least. Textbook long, and then supporting at the top of the box with positive res is textbook long to next resistance, which would have been red line, right? So everything that I teach you guys to do, I just was too distracted. I missed it. And by the time I realized it was moving, I was mostly watching NASDAQ and I was like, oh crap, it's finally starting to move. But I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to miss out. And then it just went right up to there. So sometimes I don't get a good play. Not because the signal was bad, but because I was just not paying attention. Oh, I forget about the giveaway today. Nope, I didn't forget. Yeah, and when you feel off, just sit on your hands. That's basically the way to do it. Market is finding higher lows and lower highs, sort of sitting here. This is all recipe for end of the day movement for sure. I don't feel downside, but I don't feel upside either. It's really hard to say. If you were to ask me where I think we go, I always say up. Like when the market's indicators are all good and bullish, it's likely to continue going higher. But anything can happen. Any Trump tweet can happen. Anything that it just feels to me like, why would we be rallying with possible negative non-farm? People overreacted to the non-farm and then we bought the stip back up. I'm sorry, the ADP numbers, and we got non-farm coming out that might show the same thing. So non-farm could be down in here. So maybe by the end of the day, the market does just reset somewhere inside of here, but I'm not betting on it. Been sitting in your excavator, scoop after scoop, just chilling. Oh, dude, that's cool, man. That's cool that you're hanging out with us, Oregon. What is the red line? This red line is called an illiquidity pivot. It's a technique we teach. If you personally feel off, just sit out. That's it, man. Just take it easy. It's an illiquidity pivot. So the technique is pretty simple. I have a whole class on it in the boot camp if you guys are in the boot camp. What you look for, and here's how you do it. You do it on a tick chart. It's easy to see. You can actually look for these little waves here. Go back to like where it started. Okay. What you're looking for is on a time independent chart, just looking at the order flow. You're looking at times when the market, like, you know, when the market sells, for example, in a quick little wave, when there's a burst of selling and then there's a burst of buying. Anytime you reach the middle, the market's kind of liquid between the two spots. But anytime the market sells and then doesn't make its way to the middle and keeps selling, it's evidence of an imbalance. And so as an example, this little hook right here didn't retrace all the way up before it went on another leg down and another leg down, and it was volatile, and then went to another leg down and then another leg down like this. What you look for is the starting point of a move like that on a tick chart. What you look for is, as the market is falling on a tick chart, becoming more volatile, and you're looking for the biggest V before it tightens back up, the volatility expansion and compression. You mark the starting point and the lowest point of the V in the first wave, and then you make the middle, and that middle is a guaranteed high volume pivot when you return to it the next day. It's a technique I invented 10 years ago called illiquidity pivots. And what it does is, this is proof of a sell imbalance, because the dealers are always trying to like retrace to the middle. Like example, you know, every time it's legging down, it's like finding its way back up to the middle, but you're not getting these nice solid moves where it doesn't come higher. It means sellers stepped in and more sellers stepped in on top of it. So now you have a sell imbalance, right? When you calculate that level at any point in history, when you return to it, it's a high volume pivot every time. So when I'm longing back to it, I use that as a pivot to exit target at, as you might see today. Well, obviously we had a news event, but clearly there's high volume at this level. And you can see we're gluing to this level all day. It's imbalancing it's rebalancing the imbalance from yesterday. There's a sell imbalance that brought us down. There's a buy imbalance that brings us up. You meet at the point here where sellers and buyers now make their way back to neutral. It's a pretty cool trick. Works every time. Finding volume, high volume pivot every time. On the S&P, I did the same one yesterday on the S&P, and I think we're kind of near that level or maybe breaking it. When you tap it, it's a high volume pivot no matter which way it taps, one way or the other, but when you get close to it, it's volume. And all day long, when you touch that level, it's volume. It's volume. Like all these volume spikes here, here, here are all volume spikes on exactly this level. Isn't that cool? Right here, a volume spike, exactly this level. Right here, volume spike, exactly this level. We're like the masters of finding volume here. You can't argue with that. Volume spike, exactly this level. Actually, wait, hold on. Oh, no, this one doesn't count. This one is actually here, different one. But yeah, you see what I'm saying though. When you're interacting with this pivot, you're going to see volume right here. So all these little spikes are all part of the yesterday's imbalance rebalancing. Isn't that pretty cool, right? It's a technique that you can use you can draw very simply if you just learn how to do it. You need a tick chart. That's why I use Thinkorswim. It's a very cool process. And it's very, quick and easy way to find high volume pivots. And as you see today, 22,809, which I marked up live on stream, but I could have done it yesterday. I did it earlier this morning. That was the pivot that we ran right up to. Pretty cool, right? Oops, what's going on here? All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. Yeah, maybe I'll do another giveaway to kick off the first. When's the song contest end? Probably by maybe in 2 weeks. You can submit songs within like the next 2 weeks, and we'll try to do it before the end of the month. Okay, I'll be right back. Woo! Alright, I'm back. Hold on. One more thing. Alright, while we're chilling here waiting, I got IDOC a new camera for her stream because she has a really shitty camera. She has like a basic webcam. So I got her a new Sony, a ZV E10 Mark II, brand new. So this is IDOC's new streaming camera. Whew. When I'm downstairs. And not that she needs it, but she wasn't sure what, like, if she wanted like 35 or 16 millimeters. So what I did was I got her a 16 to 25 zoom lens, 2.8. Full frame, which is nice. This is really cool camera, so photographers out here, pretty nice. And so now let's take a look and see how well it does. Got her the power adapter here. I have an A6400, and I have a I have a 2.8 16 to 55 zoom lens, which is really nice. I kind of get like really good view of like the back of the room with it. So let's see if this is the right one. Should I might be able to turn it on because the battery wasn't even charged. But let's check it out. Lovely camera. I think it's just gonna like it. Let's see what it looks like. Make sure it works. Move all this junk over here. Yeah, she has like a shit webcam that she's been using forever, and I've been telling her, I'm like, you need to get a good I was like, you need a new camera. She's starting to get serious about streaming again. She used to stream all the time, then she got really busy with work and whatever. All right. Yeah, I honestly, it's really nice. It's not that bad for a full frame. Camera was barely $1,000 brand new. I wanted to get a used one. I don't like to normally buy new cameras, but it was just pretty good. Like they had it there, and she wanted to get started, and we were looking on the marketplace. We were looking to find one in the area, and I was like, all right, we'll just get this one. Where's the adapter? Bum, ba, bum, bum. So this is gonna be iDoc's new streaming camera. It's slightly better than mine. I'm jealous. I told her, I was like, I could switch it out. She would never know the difference. But I think like everything on the new cameras, there's no dial anymore. So I guess everything must be on the everything must be here in the menu. Because normally if you use a Sony, you know, you have your dial at the top to switch between the different modes, like fixed aperture or whatever. But now I don't see a dial anymore, so that's kind of neat. I'm assuming if you guys use this, it's probably in the menus. So yeah, pretty good. Like really for streaming cameras, these Sonys are great. Tracer Matt turned me on to Sonys because I was like looking for a new camera and I was shopping around. I had a Canon for a while, and Matt was telling me, Matt had the 6400. I don't know if he has it anymore, but he's the one that told me about it. And you can thank Trades by Matt because I went and got the same camera he has. So it's held up over all these years, man. It's a really nice camera. The lens is badass though. The 16 to 55 2.8. It's like a $2,000 lens. That's where all the magic comes from. I spent a lot of money on that. Low light, zoom lens. I can get a very narrow shot, very wide shot, very versatile. But for streaming, you don't really need to move it around that much. But at the time, I was doing more of like a frontal face with a green screen, and now that I had the zoom lens, I was able to do more of a wider field of view with the same lens, which is why I got it. All right, let's see how this bad boy looks. Let's get a plug in here. Turning it on for the first time. Getting it turned on. Boom. All right, it works. That's one thing. Good to see. Hold up. Market's still doing nothing? All right, we're gonna play with this camera for a minute. Let me just make sure it looks good. And then it's working. Very cool. I'm such a nerd. I need to learn a lot more about cameras. I know a little bit, but a lot of you guys are photographers in here. Initial setting with Creators app. Set on camera. Sure. All right. Oops. Oops. Let's go back. Where's the back button? July 2nd. So in Austin, apparently I'm going to go see some DJ on Friday. Yeah, if you guys are in the Austin area, we're going to be having this huge meetup on Thursday. Just let anybody that's around. We're going to pick a place and go hang out if you guys want to come out. Let me know. How do I switch it from AM to PM? What? Oh, here it is. Okay. Tripod. Nice. Auto power off temp to high. Extend the recording time. Set later. Runs pixel mapping. Optimize the engine center. Okay. Vigilance gap for light shielding for running pixel mapping. Okay. Damn, there's all this crazy new stuff on this camera. If you call Matt dad, does it make me your mom, Tyler? Oh, hey, look, I'm playing with your camera. Dang it, she's here. Now I can't steal it. She would know that I'd be up to no good. Saying left to right, up calls out the touch function in the function menu. Oh, cool. Okay. All right, we are good here. Let's check out this amazing lens here. Very cool. Looks nice. We don't need this. All right, let's put the bad boy together. Ooh, very nice. All right. I think this is a 16 to 25. Okay. So. Very nice. $25. 16. Yeah, you're gonna get a really nice shot with this. Okay. Yeah, looks good. I'm just looking at the low lighting, some of the settings here. Yeah, if you can see, it looks just like my camera. Cool. Very nice. I was just making sure it worked. Turn it off. Look at that, iDoc. You got a fancy camera now. I mean, you should be a crazy streamer like me. All the crazy equipment. I'll put all this stuff somewhere. Market's still dancing around. It's gotta be heartbreaking for anybody that's just sitting in position all day. Somebody that like trying to short this or whatever, sitting there all day, and then all of a sudden market spends all day to still go up. That'd be so heartbreaking. All right. Lunchtime. Tell which way are we going? Cartoon, which way? Let me know. I'm gonna eat some lunch really quick. Sideways? That's not exciting. Wait, 20 minutes away, you have food? Okay. I'm eating some chips. I'm hungry. Give me some selling or what? Ah. I'm eating my chips, baby. I had a snack on something real quick. I didn't have anything to eat today. I'm hungry. I never know when you're gonna come home, so I was like, oh, did I leave the mic open? That's funny. I was just munching away on some chippies. I'm gonna get some selling here. I need something exciting to happen. Well, I didn't want to like inconvenience you for making eggs. I was trying to be nice. S&P's picking up a lot of extra steam today. More than NASDAQ is. All right, I'm feeling extra generous today. Just because you guys have been here chilling, market's boring. Let's do a take profit giveaway, TBT. Let's do it. TBT. This will be for a 100K account. I mean, sorry, 50K account. Just for fun. I'll just spin the wheel one time. I feel like any moment now, Nasdaq's gonna like pop before it does anything. Woo! Thanks, guys. Oh, I didn't even see you call me a bunch. All right. All right. One more TBT, 50K. Let's do that. I'll spin the wheel. Just for fun. Just for fun. We have this month, we're going to be doing a total of 121 accounts giving away. 121 accounts to give away. Jerem 1. Congratulations. And every day that we have 1,000 viewers, we'll do one extra Tradeify straight to funded as a bonus. All right, congrats, buddy. You have a TPT 50K test account. Just type something in chat, my friend. Good job. Okay, go to Discord and send Slacks a message. And if you want to verify that it's you, take a picture of your YouTube account. Nice, nice, nice. Good job, good job. Just one today in the afternoon. We do a bunch in the morning. Just one in the afternoon, just to kick things off. I have the deals listed on the screen right here. Just FYI. Elite Trader Funding has 65% off straight to funded and static. These are the two best ones on the list. 65% off is pretty good for straight to funded. My Funded Futures, 50% off of just one account. Tradeify, just 50% off of one account. Use our code Rocket Scooter in all of these. Get a half price account in each one of those places and hold on to it. I'm gonna try to check it out. Funded Next is not a monthly fee, it's a one-time purchase, which makes that awesome. We normally get 5, but today we get 30%. I trade Funded Next. It's one of my favorite firms to trade because they have uncapped payouts. That's gonna be my big payout this year. I'm trying to run up my funded next to those big fat 6-figure, 7-figure payouts if I can. It's okay, man. We do giveaways all day. Today total, I've given away 78 accounts and resets today total. Can you believe that? I, of all people on YouTube, am responsible for more giveaways than any 5 people put together. It's crazy. 78 today. I gave away 50 resets at Lunch Money with Matt, My Fun and Futures. I gave away 25 starter plus accounts at the end of the show. That's 75. We gave away 2 My Fun and Futures starter accounts this morning, and now we gave 1 TPT 50K account. 78 giveaways in one day. Crazy. I think I'm the one person in the prop space that's pushing to give away more accounts to you guys. I think that's important. Prop trading is hard. Giveaways are helpful. But at the MFF eval to live, it's a 2-step. It's like a 2-step thing. So when you do eval to live, basically, here I get the details for you guys. I went and grabbed it. We'll go over it together. This is I'm actually learning it myself because I have never actually explored it. But basically, the goal is to have traders with the straightforward evaluation process that goes directly to live funded. Here's a 1-step eval to live and a 2-step eval to live. They have different options. So let's talk about the 1-step first. The 1-step eval to live has a price of $444. The 2-step is clearly less expensive. Now remember, any extra step is always going to be cheaper. The more chance you have to fail, the cheaper it is. Sorry, let me start over. The fewer steps you have, the more expensive it's going to be. That's that. So more expensive for 1 step. You have a profit target, 3,000. So it's a 2-to-1 profit to drawdown. Not bad for $444. That's not too terribly bad. That's a score of, let's see. Drawdown. So this is actually on the scale of 1,500 for $444. That is roughly 3-to-1 on the ratio. As far as a straight to funded type program, it's a little expensive, but it's not that bad because you get to skip the eval stage. It's different than like your experts or whatever, where that ratio is closer to like 10. But that's because you have an eval stage, right? That's and then a sim funded stage before you go live. This takes you straight to live, so it's a little bit different structure. 3 minis, that's totally fine. Subscription, yes. No activity limit. The 2-step, you have 2 different steps. You have a 3,000 profit target 2 different times. Consistency rule gets better the second time. And then the first time there's a subscription, but you can hang in as long as you want. The second time, no subscription. Take as long as you want, as long as you make a trade once a week. And there's on the 2-step, there's a daily loss limit of $500. That's really tight. That's hard to make 3,000 with the daily loss limit. That scalability is really rough. You're trading micros, $500. That's very tight. Yeah. I would say it's not their best product. Yeah. Let's see if the 1-step is good. $500 soft reach. Right. So basically, this is designed as a real evaluation phase. Can you scale an account with micros to get to $3,000 without losing 500? It's really, really, really tight. You'll be trading micros. You might be making less than $500 a day. So it means you're trading for like maybe 6 to 10 days at minimum, best case scenario, to get your profit target. So it's a slow process, and but you go straight to live, right? So, you know, is it worth it? Then they have this cool live scaling program where you hit these different targets and it scales up. So some people, you know, might want the path. This may not be your ideal As far as like trader funding programs, I'm going to tell you, I love my funded futures and I work for them. It's the plan's kind of decent, but you're better off probably doing the experts. Yeah, 5 micros max, dude. You're right. That's probably even too heavy on that. Maybe 3 micros. Yeah, Funded Next is the best. Got your payout super fast. Yep, Funded Next pays out within a day, and if you don't get paid out within a day, they give you a $1,000 bonus if they're late. That's what's called Funded Next. They don't fuck around over there. The 500 DLL is only on the live account. Oh, let me double check. Let me read that then. Thank you for. I was like, okay, because if that was on the eval stage, that would suck. Okay, let me start over. Daily loss limit on the live account. Okay, that's my bad, you guys. Okay, that's on the live account. So let's start over. The eval phase has no DLL. Whew. Okay, now it's good. I was like holding my breath, like trying to not say anything bad. I was like, if there's a DLL on the eval phase, that really sucks. Okay, thank you, MC, for letting me know. That's my bad. I didn't read this. This is the live account. Okay, so on the scalability on the live account, that's not too terribly bad. This is a DLL of 25% of your initial allocation. That's actually not bad, because at this point in the live account, you're not trading with all these crazy limits. It's a little different. You're not going for profit target with this. This is just your natural daily loss limit. So what this is designed to do to have you slowly build your account at low risk to them. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So here's where it does scale. Okay, so at 2,000, it always seems to be a quarter of your total balance, which seems to be all right. So the daily loss limit gives you 4 days to blow up, which is absolutely fine because I always trade on a 3-day to blow up rule anyways. So that's actually really good for the live. Yo, what's up? What you got?
Water?
Cool.
I wasn't paying attention when they were making it because I had clients surrounding me, so hopefully they got it right.
If they get it wrong, you're fired.
Oh, why don't you take a bite and tell me?
You're fired from a cannon into the sun. I'm just kidding. Thank you. It looks really good. So you can take it all with you and go play with it. I also had that's also your, let me see that.
Is it my cord for the microphone?
This is your cord for the camera. This plugs into the back. This plugs into the camera right here. This plugs into the Elgato.
The capture card
that you put into your USB port. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you load up, there you go. And then you load up your OBS, you will see Camlink as a source, and you add that as your camera source. So all you gotta do is turn the camera on, plug it in, and then it should show up as a source. You don't have to change anything. I set everything for you to just plug in and play it. So you should be able to just plug it in and it works. Where's that thing you dropped?
Oh, I put it in the trash. Do you need it?
Go this way. Thank you. Let me know how it looks and how it turns out.
The arms didn't
It should be later. Oh yeah, and Best Buy's coming at like 9 o'clock in the morning on Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Which is tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. Dang. Yo, dude, I got this like. Let me show you the TV I just got. You can just store all that somewhere. Like all the caps. Like put those on your desk. You know?
Pew, pew, pew.
Is that what cameras sound like when you take pictures? Is that the camera? Is that the sound the camera makes when you take a picture? Pew 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 pew.
Go to sleep now. Goodbye.
All right, later. I'm giving away my streaming secrets. Oh yeah, don't tell anybody. Somebody's gonna copy me. There's all kind of people copying me, I guess. Whatever. All right, so this is the TV I bought. So this is gonna be nice. I got the Samsung 83-inch S95F. At this guy coming in tomorrow. I have my current like 75-inch just gonna go upstairs. And then I got them installing like a whole new surround sound. We basically like they're gonna cut the the holes in the roof where the pre-wire is. They're gonna put in surround sound speakers and then a giant subwoofer and then the front bar and then the new TV and then all the controlling, the receiver, amplifier, all that stuff. You have the same TV. Is it nice, Leo? It's nice, right? I saw it at the store. I like it. The reason I like this one is because it is the non-glare OLED. So the Quantum Dot typically are glary reflective screens. So this is a non-reflective screen, and that's why I was like, oh hell yeah, it's the soft screen. Is it awesome? You got the softer screen, right, Leo? Oh, it's dope. Yeah. So, like, I have a monitor that's a QD OLED, and this thing is a freaking mirror. Like, I could brush my teeth in it. But yeah, not bad. It does sacrifice some image quality. I'm not watching like nature shows where I care about that. I do kind of like seeing, I don't like the reflectiveness. I have too many like lights and stuff in my house where it just kind of like drives me crazy. The thing with the Quantum Dot, like I have a gaming monitor with Quantum Dot. It's so saturated and so bright. It actually drives me crazy. I had to turn it down a little bit. It's that good. Yeah, you have LED lights in the house. They don't show up. Yeah, dude, I got LED lights everywhere. And so the last thing I want to see is like a bunch of reflective lights. But I got that coming through, and I got Bowers and Wilkinson entire spread of Bowers and Wilkins spread of speaker stuff. So I got some pretty nice things coming through. So I got like 4. I get the surrounds. So this is basically like, you know, finally building out that we built that, you know, we got the house in December. We haven't really done much to it. Now we have somebody coming in a couple weeks to design the TV wall with like, you know, big fancy wall with lights and stuff and LEDs and cabinets at the bottom. Right now it's just like a TV stand with the TV that we have all our game systems shoved into it. But the highlight of all of this is because I was able to get a hold of a Switch 2 that should be arriving tomorrow. And now the first thing I'm going to be doing is playing Switch 2 on my new TV with banging surround sound. That's the most important part.
It's delayed.
What?
The Switch 2.
I told you.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
I knew it. I
got an email that says, sorry, you're going to expect delay in your delivery.
I figured that would be the case. Yeah. We were able to check out and purchase it online. So now we're just waiting for the next restock. So never mind, not tomorrow, maybe in a month. So sad. They restocked in Walmart a week ago, and we knew about it, and we went and camped out at a Walmart to go get it. And Walmart was like planning this whole event, like, oh, there's this restocking, come get it. And a lot of Walmarts got it, but no Walmart in Houston got it. So the restock event was a false alarm. Who's that? Oh, that's the eye doc. That's my resident eye doctor. She lives with me. Checks on my eyes every once in a while. Robert just wants to watch a dark show like Game of Thrones. We can actually see what the hell's happening. Yeah. But so the first time in a while, I don't really go out and like get like all my electronics and stuff I've had for like 10 years. This is the first time I'm building out for like a really nice theater sort of system. And we have a movie theater room in here. We just haven't like done anything with it. It's more like storage right now. But finally we're starting to take some time to finally do something with the house. Restock of Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2. We finally found, like, we got it through Walmart, and we were like looking on the website, and you couldn't check out anywhere, but we found one place where you could actually check out and finally go to purchase. And a lot of times it wouldn't let you actually check out. It would say item is out of stock, but somehow she made it to checkout and actually was able to buy it. And we got tracking information, shipping information, everything. And we were like, oh, hell yeah, we got it. Well, now they said delayed, obviously. But the fact that we got to check it out was kind of nice. Means we'll get one sooner rather than later. What? Oh, nice. House is like maybe 3,500 square feet. Something like that. 4 bedrooms plus a game room plus a garage with a yard. Ton of space, yeah. No pool. No pool here, yeah. We have a pool here in the community. We live in like this gated community where it's a bunch of houses. Not a lot of houses, but basically like just like a kind of isolated area. And basically residents have this gigantic pool on this giant lake. It's actually really nice. Imagine somebody like short at the beginning of the day, sitting here all day. And imagine your heart's broken the minute that it pops up against you. How's the HOA? Stupidly expensive, yeah. But what you get out of it's pretty nice. They mow your yard for you and take your trash, and you get a pool and all that. I knew the number off the top of my head. It is IDOC. How much is our HOA if you're here? It's not bad. Is it 3,200? Okay. They need to build a gym. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Per year. Not bad. It's pretty decent, right? And where we live is like the bougie part of town. And for a pool and for yard cutting and landscaping and all that, it ain't bad at all, honestly. It could be, and we live in Memorial, which is like bougie area of town. And I was expecting to be a whole lot more, but I think we just got lucky. Will there be a boot camp? Yeah, there'll be a boot camp. Oh, wait. No, there won't be. I have to go to the dentist today. Damn it. No boot camp today. You guys are right. But y'all can watch the video. Let me see if it's y'all actually need me on this one. I think this is going to be entry rules we did. 7 is monthly hedge pressure. Yeah, you guys, y'all watch it on your own today. That's right. So y'all watch the video on your own today. Your bro lives around there? Oh, I guess I must something else. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I apparently have a dentist appointment today. Boo. 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 Why is Wisconsin known for its cheese? It must have a lot of cows. I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like that's why would you have a lot of cheese if you have a lot of dairy cows? What's my fun and feature code for the 4th is Rocket Scooter. How you can multi-account on the Tradeovate app? You go to the top left, you see this, the add modules. So when you open up the desktop app, it's not in the browser version, it's the desktop. When you click add module, you can add another DOM. I don't want to mess up my layout, but you can click add module, add another DOM. And at the top of the DOM, you have a drop down that you can just change whichever account, and that DOM is locked to that drop down. And so you can open up 5 DOMs, and each DOM can have a different account tied to it. Best prop from and why? For uncapped payouts, it's funded next. For general all-around awesomeness, it's My Funded Futures, the expert account. For easiness, it's the static and ETF. For consistent payouts in a straight to funded program, is Tradeify. So Tradeify will be a quicker, easier path to getting your first payout, but it's capped. Funded next is your bigger payout, and it's uncapped. So up to you, that whichever one of those you like for those reasons. Take profit as a general daily payout and kind of like maybe quicker payout. Take profit will give you quicker payouts than all of them. So they're all different for different reasons. I usually exit about the same place. Yeah, I enter at different times and usually exit at the same place. Yeah. Every trade is kind of aiming for the same place. Why the TradeBait app doesn't save your credentials? Right, because TradeBait app is really stupid. The web one does, but the desktop one, you got to type it in every time. I know it's lame. You used to drive to Wisconsin to get jalapeno Chihuahua cheese? Man, that's a little north for some Chihuahua cheese, man. You're a little far from the border for the good stuff. We get that down here in a lot of places. Really good. Mozzarella and panela cheese. Maybe this elderly Mexican couple. The jalapeno cheese is so freaking good. Oh, I didn't read the whole thing. Yeah. Chihuahua cheese is what people down here will tell you. Authentically, that's the best kind of cheese for a quesadilla. That's like the OG quesadilla cheese. Do you have a separate DOM with all your accounts in a group? That's actually interesting. I never thought of that. You can, yeah. I don't know if it's possible, but you could do that. To exit quickly in one. Have like a final DOM that has all of your stuff in it. To exit them all at once. That's actually a cool idea. Very cool idea. God dang it, what the...
How'd I get rid of that?
The...
I'm sorry.
I heard the noise of the balloons and I thought it was the balloon and I saw, oh my god. How do you give it a what?
What is that? All around, it's like telling me... It's like telling me there's no memory card, there's nothing. How do I get rid of all that? Does that happen with your camera?
No.
Oh.
You're actually capturing your screen on the camera, not the actual image.
Oh.
2 ways. Either A, go in the camera settings and try to remove. Google how to do that.
Okay.
Also, is that max zoomed out or what?
Yeah, it's max zoomed out.
So if you want to get a wider view, you'll need to have it. You'll probably, wait, is yours 16? Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to get your thing in there.
Okay, I'll figure it out. You, sorry to scare you.
You scared the heck out of me.
I'm so sorry.
Now, another thing you can do is like me. You see how, look, come look at my screen real quick. You see how right here, you get more of the wall? Like I'm looking here right here.
Yeah.
You get more of the wall because it's further away. So if you had your camera, if it's further away, it's further away, it's further away. If you had your camera on like a side of the desk that was maybe further back, you will get a wider angle. Yeah. So move your camera further back if you can.
Problem is the sign. My sign is correct. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I would actually honestly move your sign to be down in there. Are you setting it to 16? Like all the way, yeah, all the way zoomed out?
Forward. Got it later.
Okay. Okay. Gosh, you just scared the shit out of me. Dude walks. Y'all, I literally just heard the rustling of the balloons back there. Then I turn and she's like, hey. Dude, I had a heart attack for a second there. That's a pretty cool idea with the DOM to exit them all at once. I like that. Cool idea. Who's that Shodi? She's my, and you know, when you get as rich as I am, you have in-house staff. She's my in-house eye doctor. You know, she basically checks on my eyes every once in a while. Just hangs around until I need an eye checkup. Can you make a separate YouTube video on your system for trading multiple accounts without copying? That'd be a great boot camp class to have for sure. Yeah. Okay. And she delivers food. Yeah. Checks on my eyes, delivers food. I also have an in-house proctologist. Yeah, it's the same person. LOL. Just kind of like in-house foot doctor as well. She takes lots of pictures of my feet and then posts them on OnlyFans. There's a little bit of everything here. The camp video would be nice, yeah. That'd be a good idea to add that to the bonus classes at the end. I'm more than in-house staff. He's brave today. I'm just kidding. Can we get some movement here? This is the world's most lamest market day. "45 minutes till market closes, and we've done nothing for the last 5 hours. I'll take my $600 and be happy with it, I guess. Are you guys doing anything, or are y'all just watching this market? I'm waiting to see if we get some kind of nasty, crazy surprise dip or something. I don't know. S&P has been trickling up higher all morning, but Nasdaq has not been moving much. It's just literally flat. Nasdaq and Nvidia look exactly the same. Nasdaq is Nvidia, let's just be real. They're exactly the same. S&P has managed to make higher highs a little more easily. Bum, 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 bum. Never heard me mention Enron. Was I affected by that? No, I was not affected by that. I was in high school at the time. You've seen some crazy retraces end of the day before non-farm. Oh yeah, this could be like an end of the day crash out. It can definitely happen. Dean's got a golden Solana position going. Nice, nice. Hopefully something gets moving for power hour, but nah, right? I don't know. Well, NQ dip. It could if the stock starts selling. We don't have any evidence of it selling yet. Stocks are holding the fort. Tradeify isn't 50% for the first one. It's 50%. Yeah, you only get one. Oh, so with ETF, by the way, you get this like point system the more you buy, almost like a punch card when you go like frequent shopper, and you can convert those into more evals. So the first evaluation you get gets 5,000 reward points, it's a bonus, and you can turn those into buying evals. So the big promotion also offers more points that you can redeem for extra accounts. So yeah, so stay with Tradeivate, all accounts one time. Our code should give the same deal as the main site. TVT is 50% off all accounts one-time use. You only get to use it one time. That's the thing. Showing 35%. Try the TVT code. That should, if you do that, you'll get 50. That would be weird that our code wouldn't give that deal. It only works with TVT? Oh, shit. No, we won't get credit if you use TVT. Well, that's weird. It shouldn't be like this. Let me check with them really quick. Damn. Well, we get 35% off with it then. I guess the TVT is a one-time non-influencer based code. I'm going to ask them if it's a mistake or if it's intended to be like that. That would be the rarest thing that our code doesn't give their deal on their site. But I'll clarify with them. TVT worked? Yeah, TVT works, yeah. But it's only for one account though, so you only get it one time. Damn. It's lame. Well. Yeah, Tradeify. That's weird. Yeah, our code is not giving 50% off. Well, they sent out promotional material that is 50% off, and usually our code always works with their promotional material. So I'm double checking with these guys just to make sure. You DM me? Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. There we go. Well, thank you for sending that. Yeah, use TVT. So yeah, so here's what it is. We do get credit if you use TVT. But wait, hold on. How do they even track that? Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, so here's what you're going to do. If you have... We have a link with Tradeify. Let me give it to you. If you have our cookie, which means you've clicked on our link, we'll get credit for it no matter what code you use. So if you guys are going to check out and use the code, let me give you the link really quick. So yeah, use TVT and then this code here. So let me tell you how this basically, oops. Okay, thank you, Andrew. So here I'm going to type it in a couple times. If you're buying from Tradeify, use that link, and then you have to use TVT, and then we will get credit for it. Just click that link one time, and then you don't ever have to click it again, and then it'll give us credit. Yeah, that's how it works, guys. Yep. Yeah, please do, because like I said, every time we go back to these guys and we ask them for more giveaway accounts, the more that you use our stuff, and yeah, it'll work. Yeah, thanks for letting me know that, by the way. Rocket Scooter will work on Tradeify. So all of our accounts are Rocket Scooter for the code, and Rocket is just for Funded Next. All right, man. See you later, dude. Have a good day. Let me go check on her real quick. I had to do it. But wait, what is all this? All right. Boring, put you to sleep market. Sucks. Can we get a sell off or something? Can we get something exciting? Wait, yeah, waiting for any kind of setup. Like I basically was trying to see. There's really not a good setup from anywhere though. Inside of here, I just took that opening long and I didn't do anything else for the rest of this. I'm just waiting. I've got strong pivots down here. I'm just basically watching it just from the sidelines. This has been a boring day. Normally I have more of an exciting trading day, but sometimes you just don't get anything worth touching. You see how S&P has moved 30 points from the bottom. Nasdaq has moved. I'm just measuring how much it's moved. In the breakout place, Nasdaq has moved 150 points. Probably not going to sell off, but it always could. We have the non-farm coming up, and with the ADP numbers being garbage, we might get some exciting non-farm ending, but or pre-non-farm ending, because everything's piling up tomorrow. Because Friday's a holiday. There's a half day on Friday, and I'll still be streaming Friday morning from the compound, the party compound. Yeah. Market strong like bull. Will bad read for MHP be bearish? It could be. As we've had some, you know, the jolts are showing increasing job openings, continuing jobless claims are showing people aren't going back to work as fast. And then now the ADP numbers being the first time they've been negative since COVID. That's kind of bad. But it's like, obviously that's recessionary. All of that is. And if GDP comes out to be worsening as time goes by, then we could be in a recession due to the tariffs. But the question really is not, I don't think anybody's debating that tariffs can cause a recession. The question is, will the tariffs be as severe as they are? And how quickly will the companies adjust to them? So far, as we see, the adjustment is what we're seeing. The non-farm payrolls will probably reflect what the ADP numbers are, is that companies aren't out there on hiring sprees right now. So growth has stalled, and Powell has mentioned that plenty of times, that the job market's frozen right now. And that's kind of what we're going to see with the non-farms is, you know, is it confirming the ADP numbers or not? Futures close at noon tomorrow. Yeah, so 1 Eastern. I should take the day off and enjoy myself. Not yet. 2025 and 2026 is the years of going viral. I have a going viral strategy, and it's working because our stream is now 3,300% bigger since January, which blows my mind. I want that to be 30,000 by the end of 2026. I'm on a mission. Am I streaming July 4? I'm streaming on July 4. I will tell Santa Claus to not deliver presents. I'll be streaming Christmas morning. I got the inside juice of how YouTube works. That's really the trick. People are like, somebody was like, are you buying followers? And as much as people are just too dumb to understand how to figure stuff out themselves, I tell everybody, once we switched to the marketplace, this was just the funny thing. And I was going to post this, but I didn't say anything. Somebody on Twitter was like, are you buying followers? And I'm like, well, if I'm buying followers and buying viewers, then I must be paying people. I must be buying subscribers to my trading platform as well, because we're up thousands and thousands of subscribers in the last couple of months alone. So apparently I must be also buying bots to buy my product. I don't know. Yeah, most of you guys are real. So there you go. But yeah, so like Rocket Scooter has been on a freaking, you know, exponential slope as well. And you guys have been so cool, and this community has grown so big, and we're putting it to good use, the growth, because we brought on a lot more employees, and we brought on more developers, and we're building more stuff at a faster pace now. So there's a lot of big things being built, which is so cool, because I have all this wish list stuff, and now we're financing a whole lot more in this big expansion project we're doing. Backtest modules coming out this year, tons of cool stuff. Where's your money? We already spent it. Sorry. You're growing your ministry's channel from scratch. It's not easy to beat the YouTube algo. It's not. It's not like you can just pick up tomorrow and start beating the algo. The algo is once you, what I call the wave. I had a really solid coach that told me how all this works. Once it's called the wave. Once you get involved with the wave, then you have to do certain things to keep getting bigger in the middle of the wave. Before the wave happens, you need to grind out until you get caught up in the wave. And your grind is like gaining 1 subscriber every day for years. It's like a slow process, but you must grind it out. Where's my money, Lebowski? I'm not Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude. You got the wrong guy. But once the wave hits, you can't stop. You got to push until the wave is over. Is Rocket Scooter totally bootstrapped? 100%. I spent over 2 million cash to build this platform and the back-end infrastructure. That was the most expensive part. Bootstrapped 100%. Have a couple of shareholders. We all pitched in equal amounts for the most part. Hey, Daddy, what's up? I pay you guys $100 a day to watch the stream. Hey, Dad. Hey, kids. You guys doing all right? Yeah, that is one of the most exciting parts about rocket scooters. We didn't go out there and get any kind of investment funding, sources or anything. Like, we just, I had a vision. I had money. I went and hired people to do it. I'm pretty old, yeah. So I am the dad. But I thought that was kind of funny. I think a lot of people just, you know, like I said, I figure stuff out, and I figured out a lot of things. And I found out that it's very sophisticated, this YouTube algo. I have a very, 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 very good coach on how this works. But in reality, there is no secret to going viral. The secret in trading to go viral is being awesome at trading. That's really it. You just got to be good at what you do. And that's what people care to see. And you can't fake that. And if people fake that, you're not going to get consistent viewers. And having inconsistent viewers is part of the reason that you never catch the wave. And so with trading, it's a natural snuffing mechanism that bad traders don't grow usually. Because if somebody watches you trade and you trade poorly, they're not going to stay. And YouTube punishes people that don't have consistent viewership in live streaming. Consistency is key. Show the consistent. No, like I feel like, you know, the discovery of how to grow in social media is a very guarded secret. A lot of people, like when you're influencing as like a product seller or a generalized influencer or a travel blogger or something, you're going to have to do some like trickery to exploit the algo. In trading, there's not a lot of trickery you can do. You just have to be a really good trader and have people that watch you be engaged. And typically, nobody will watch you if you suck. And that usually keeps people from growing. And people that are trying to grow as traders are like, how do I grow? And I'm like, you won't, because you're bad. You're not going to accidentally go viral trading, just like you can accidentally go viral as a travel blogger. You can accidentally catch the wave just by having consistent viewers and get in on it, because you know, you're not like being judged on how good you are as a blogger. It's more of a subjective taste thing. But in trading, it's like video gaming. How do you go viral as a pro gamer? Well, you either have consistent viewers from being entertaining, or you're just great at the game. And typically, people at the top are always good at the game. That's a reason that certain traders get really big, is because they're good at the game. That's really the trick. Did I share my comment earlier about taxes? No, what did you say, Jason? Start a controversy on Twitch and that'll grow. Yeah, pick a fight with somebody. But yeah. But if you guys are trying to grow like a ministry or something, it's really just about consistency. And what you have to do is re-engage your viewers and at least have it grow. And before you catch the wave of growth, which you'll normally have to do is build your community one brick at a time, one person at a time. And you reward people for being there, and you drive like a community involvement, and that usually helps keep you like consistent, and consistency is really what's rewarded. And then engagement score growth is what's rewarded too, as a couple of hints. So if you have people watching your stream for 10 minutes a day, then all of a sudden they're watching it for 15 minutes a day, you'll be given more impressions by the algo. So average viewer duration is a big part. And Mark Rober was the person that really exploited the average viewer duration, because what he did was he actually would make those videos of like, hey, do you want to see who wins the squirrel Olympics? Stay tuned. And then he spends 10 minutes building like a Ninja Warrior thing in his backyard for squirrels, and the whole time he makes you watch him building this thing just so you can get to the punchline at the end. It's like right at the start, there's a hook, and then you watch the whole thing, and then at the end you get the reward. And that model is how he grew so big, because his viewer retention score was through the roof. People would watch like you know, like his people wouldn't, there was no drop off. People would watch all the way till the end. And when you have somebody watch everything you do all the way until the end, that's really one of the key elements to grow. You saw that, right? Yeah, we all saw it. Everybody here saw it for sure. But he understood that engagement drop off is what crushes your potential in the algo. If you have like an unappealing, you know, presentation, or there's no flow to it, people will just come and go. And if you attract a new person and they show up for a minute and leave, you get punished by that. So if YouTube sees a new person shows up and they stay just as long as the existing people, that's one thing. And another thing is, if you buy viewers and you buy subscribers ever, you will forever be punished. YouTube will never, if they catch you like doing that, you'll never get quote unquote what I call the wave. You'll never get caught into a viral sweep. If you're like a person that buys views or buys viewers, like it's not like they wouldn't know that, and so your channel's punished. So if you see people out there switching their channels around, like if somebody has one channel and then they move to a new YouTube channel, and it's like, hey, I have another channel. Hey, I have another channel. Go over here, watch me there. Because a lot of times they're being punished on the algo and they're switching to a new channel to reset it. That's a way, you know, somebody's trying to cheat the system by buying views, is if magically you wake up another day and they're on a different channel, or they have 2 or 3 channels for the same content because their other one isn't growing. So trust me if I say, if you go out there and you start buying Twitter followers or YouTube followers or whatever, YouTube subscribers, that YouTube will never give you natural growth. So these are some tips, help you guys. How does the My Fund and Futures expert payout rules work? I think it's a 15-day payout cycle. You get approved within milliseconds, according to Matt. You just hit your target number of trading days and then get paid. Market reaction to the beautiful bill passing the House. Probably good for the market, probably bad long term. I agree with you. Yeah, I think it's perceived as not bad for the market. Definitely good. I don't know if it's going to create any actual movement because it's a long term thing, but it certainly is not like shocking the market in a bearish sense. Yeah, Alex said 14 days, not 15. Sorry, 14 days, hit your buffer, and then you get paid. Yeah, so price may overshoot, then it comes back like it happened yesterday. That's why I have to take it every single time. That's why I always tell people my trades are every single time. Because if it's a percent that it closes above, if it falls to here, what I do is if it stops on NASDAQ is 40 points lower, I get out of the way so that I can avoid a crash. And so if it does that and I stop, then I'm done. If it reclaims the pivot, I long a second time to get the ride. I'll long it every single time such that the probability that closes above is high. And you're not going to usually overshoot once, overshoot twice, overshoot 3 times. Usually it's like a 1, maybe 2 entries. Rarely you'll see it like a 3rd attempt. The most volatile days maybe, but I stab at it. If I stop, I stab at it again every time. Ooh, 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 ooh. NASDAQ down 30 something points off of the highs earlier. Dude, there is just no movement today. I would love to have some kind of green that's not 600 bucks, but I'll take the 600 bucks I had. Everybody's on vacation. Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna happen. Dude, MOC in like 9 minutes. Watch an MOC just be like a giant green FU candle that just everybody that tried to short all day hoping the market's going to fall. And then MOC comes through, and then that's got to be the most heartbreaking thing. And that's why I don't like to take a guess when markets are flat. Imagine you just sat here for 5 hours shorting the market, and you've been watching your account go up and down $1,000. And all of a sudden, like 10 minutes before market closes, it does this. And you're sitting there sweating all day to finally get your face stomped in the last 10 minutes. MOC buy side 1 trillion. There you go. Right? like Chase said. Yeah, exactly. Right. End of the day, people are like rolling into 4th of July. They're like just massive round of buy orders. LOL, face stomping the last minute. Definitely gonna happen. We always think that the market likes to trap bulls to screw them over, but the market likes to trap bulls and then continue to screw bears over. And then give their bulls even more rewards. But yeah, who knows what happens. MOC is always a toss-up based on the closing orders that are delivered or that are sent. So how many of you guys would buy iDoc's bathwater soap if she ever made it, like Sydney Sweeney? We were talking about that in the car yesterday just to be funny. So, you know, Sydney Sweeney, the actress, has bathwater soap, I think that Miss Dr. Squatch made. And it's soap that's made out of her bathwater. Would you guys buy iDoc's bathwater soap if we made it with Rocket Scooter's logo on the front? Rocket Scooter bathwater. I knew you guys would. Y'all would support anything we'd make. Hell yeah. Don't even lie. Can she spit in it? Yeah, she'll spit in it for you guys. That's so funny. Yeah, she'll absolutely spit in it. Don't worry. She'll hawk a pretty nasty lug on it. We were like, how can we make more money? She's like, she likes to stream. And I was like, so let's figure out a way for you to like monetize your stream. And she's like, maybe I can sell products. And I was like, well, what kind of products would you sell? She's like, I don't know, bathwater soap. I was like, you could fart in a jar. I've saw people selling that at some point. But I was like, I'm pretty sure my chat would buy the bathwater soap. Wash your dog with it, LOL. Trying to clone iDoc, exactly. Y'all are too funny. In Japan, they sell once more in panties. I've heard of this. There is a big market for farts in a jar. Oh, yeah. Oh man, we had like just a whiff of the market selling. That was looking pretty tidy. I got so excited for a minute that we're getting some movement. We actually, for the first time in let's see, 2 hours, we finally got lower lows. My ears perked up for a minute. You'll send Matt's bathwater? Oh heck yeah. It's gonna smell like mahogany and nicotine, and that's what my soap smells like. I buy this I call it like man brand. It smells like super. It's like if you were to mix like leather, sandalwood, and like nicotine or tobacco, not nicotine, tobacco. My soap smells like all of those 3 things. My soap just smells like your grandpa. For real. Time to start drawing some trend lines. Okay. All right, guys. Let me make sure I get the 3-point touch for MOC. Hold on. If I don't get the 3-point touch, I'm not taking the trade. I'm going to start from here. Nope. Wait. I'm going to start from here. iDoc's comment yesterday was so golden. She's like, but can't you just draw that line from anywhere? And I'm like, here she is dispelling 50 years of technical analysis. Day 1 of the job. Like, coming here with that genius attitude. Wait, because we were just memeing on Tory trades, and iDoc was like serious. She's like, wait, can't you just draw that from anywhere? And we're like, yep. She realized within minutes that technical analysis is absolutely stupid. That's what happens when smart people get involved in the market. All All right, guys, 3-point touch. From here, it touches 3 points and we should be good. All right. I paid $20,000 for an education from YouTube. Let's see if this works. 8-point touches. ES probably had like 60-point touches today with this flat nonsense. Helpful. Dark. I like it. LOL. Time for when your uncle. Now you're starting to sound like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like Charlie's uncle. Time for your 3-point touch. Charlie, we can share a room. No, Uncle Jack, that's not. No, come on, we can wrestle like we used to. No, this is not what uncles and their nephews should do. I didn't like it when you tried to share a room with me when I was a kid, Uncle Jack. Can you get my hands in the picture? That by far, of all the characters on the show, the side characters, that was one of the funnier ones. Charlie's uncle. Is it breaking the 200 EMA? Ooh, score. MOC is going to knock our face off in a little bit. Let's get along. We'll knock her face off. Knock Market's face off. I'm loving my big fat 0 right here. We never play night crawlers anymore. Charlie, play night crawlers all the time. Here we go. MOC out and about. A little burp candle there. All right, let's see if we get something good out of this. Can we get some movement? Maybe to the downside. Let me get a tick chart on here. Come watch the flow. boring. Tell me that we're not going to have any kind of activity to close out the day. The day just went nowhere. MOC just went nowhere. Little 60-point candle. Was that little? How much did it go? 40-point candle. No, 20-point candle. That wasn't even that big. It touched my trend line. 4-point touch. 4-point touch. Yeah. Buy on the touch. S&P do. All day to watch this exciting market move up and down 4 points. I hate my life today. I love my life. I hate it today. Bye, Tori's course. Ricochet off the trend line as expected. As expected, it works every single time. 10-point touch. I hate every once in a while when I make a tweet that market makers don't sweep your stop. I get somebody come in here. Somebody goes, I asked this question through perplexity. That's even the worst thing to do is ask AI. Yeah, okay, kid, let me explain something to people. Like I say, stop. I go, market makers don't stop hunt and your stop market orders are not on the level 2. Market makers aren't trying to squeeze you. You're just losing because you're a bad trader. I wrote this as just a tweet randomly. And somebody's like, how are you so sure about that? And I go, because stop orders are market orders. Market orders are not on the level 2. And somebody said, I asked the question through perplexity, and this is what it stated. And perplexity is like, they're asking AI, and AI is like, stop hunting by large institutions is real, though the mechanisms are more nuanced than simple market maker manipulation. Who actually hunts stop losses? Primary stop loss hunters are large institutions like bank and hedge funds, not necessarily traditional market makers, blah, blah. Yeah, the people that work at Citadel go in there with their spare time and fucking train AI what to say. AI is based on publicly available information on the internet that's mostly published by fucking idiots. No institution is out there training AI bots how to answer questions like this. AI is, that's even show the person's even more stupid. Yes. Yeah. Somebody got fired from Citadel and they spent all day writing publications to train AI on the non-disclosed agreement that they signed on the shit that really goes on behind closed doors. Yes, this is what they do. Yes, they're going out and training. No, AI, because there's 600 million ICT traders, AI is reading the internet from all the stuff they talk about. That makes me laugh so hard. But anyways, yes, let's ask AI the correct answer. What's the source, AI? No. I have friends that are market makers that would laugh. Friends have been liquidity providers in different environments that would laugh at the idea that they go out there and hunt down traders to try to shake them out. The market maker is a neutral organization providing liquidity. The market maker is not out there speculatively trading the market. They're not getting any benefit by squeezing you out. They're actually losing money if they do that. They want to keep people trading as much as they can. If they try to bankrupt you by squeezing you out, they make the market less liquid. The more liquid it is, they make money on every trade they do. They need as many traders trading as possible. Unless they need supply and they want to trigger sellers to give them some supply, maybe an institution may attack the bid or attack the ask to try to get sellers, but you have to really push hard to overpower the market. Like if I were like, I need a bunch of sellers to sell to me, okay, then I can go short the market really hard to try to trigger that to happen. And then it triggers an event and then the event sells and I can be the one that, get the inventory I need. I mean, people can do that, but it takes a ridiculous amount of money, and you would do it in a special circumstance where you had some strategic reason to do so. As a day-to-day basis, liquidity providers are just finding an order match for every buy and sell that comes through. There's a primary job. There's no incentive for them to make you win or lose. They don't care. They want you to stay in the trade as long as you can. Every person in the game is liquidity. What I say about trapping the shorts, right? That people like shorting.
Stop all the talking. I have an important announcement to make.
What do you got? Is it your bath soap?
Close your eyes. Look at the camera. Don't look back. Don't look back. Close your eyes.
What? What? Yo! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Switch to, switch to, switch to. Holla. Hey, we can take this to 4th of July.
No, I don't want to break it.
No, on the road trip.
Who's driving?
Can you try? Wow.
The audacity.
Switch to, switch to, switch to. I thought it was delayed. We didn't get scammed by Walmart. Very cool. I was wondering what you were gonna do with my eyes.
Just throw that switch to on the ground.
Yeah, it's MOC.
The disrespect. What is MOC?
Market on clothes.
Okay.
Please don't. Please don't. We got 4 more minutes, so we gotta get out of here. Dude, that's awesome. Hey, because she said earlier that there was bad news that the Switch was delayed and we weren't gonna get it. Looks like we got Switch 2, great man. Let's go. Maybe she just lied on purpose just to surprise me with it. I'll go buy some games. I think we got the bundle with the Mario Kart World. Yeah, for like a hot minute, the window to purchase was open. She's like, hey, I can go to checkout. I was like, no, you can't do it, because when I tried to do it, you get to check out and it would say out of stock, and so it wouldn't deliver it to you. And she's like, no, I actually checked out and paid for it. I was like, but did they say out of stock? She's like, no, I got a delivery date and everything. Should come by Thursday. And then today she said it was delayed. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so we're giving away a Switch 2, everybody. No, I'm just kidding. Boring, boring, boring day. All right, guys, I think that's it for me. This market's dead and boring. I'm probably going to call it a day. I got to head to the dentist and no boot camp today, but we'll see y'all later. Thanks for tuning in. I love y'all. And I'm done. Man, tap the trend line 4 times. That's a long order if there ever was one. Rocket scooter blast through the maze. Volume prediction shows the way. Leave the doubt and the fray. Liquidity map paints the scene. Hidden nodes like ghosts unseen. Reverse engineer to see the light. Illuminate the darkest night. Rocket scooter has got the key. Pull back curtains, let me see.
These trends we ride with heads held high. Resilience makes the weak ones fly. Future volume crystal clear. Rocket scooter leads no fear. No more guesswork, no